So The Atlantic just released a hit piece today on this YouTuber by the name of MrBeast. He's a pretty large YouTuber, I'm pretty sure, with like millions of fans. And what he does is I've seen a couple of his videos in the past a while ago. And what he does is he just donates money to people, right? Just random people. A lot of it is his own money, but the Atlantic release are like, well, actually, he gives people money that these brands give him to give away, so it's not really his money. Plus, he monetizes his own videos, so he's really just doing this for profit. So he's not really a good guy, right? And this is the whole socialistic view of things. Like, you're not good if you make profits from something. And it's like, honestly, nobody works for free. Okay, so to not understand this, you're just being childish. You have a childish mind, or you're just releasing propaganda for people that are stupid and are like, oh yeah, well, see, he's not giving all of his money away and living like a fucking poor monk, so he's not really a good guy. It's like, come on, he can still be a good person while also making money while being a good person. You can do both, right? You can be a capitalist and a good person at the same time. I know, and for a lot of people, they're taught that this is impossible, and but this is true. You can be both. But apparently, this guy has said a few he said fag a few times and and uses gay as a derogative term or whatever, occasionally. So it's like, who the fuck cares? He said this once in 2015, once in 2016, 17. He occasionally says it. Like, who cares? I say it. A lot of people say it. They're not trying to attack gay people. It's just something that is common use, and sure, it can be offensive to some people, but it's just interesting that the media chooses to focus its time on this guy, because really the reason they're doing this is just because they want to discredit YouTube in general. Like, they go after PewDiePie all the time. They're going to go after other YouTubers. Now they're going to go after this guy because he's got a large fan base, and because he stepped out of line once or twice, now they can be like, oh, see, he's a homophobe, he's a bigot, this and that. But in the long term, this is not going to be good for them, because he has, like, what the mainstream media, I don't think, understands is that a lot of these people are fans. And when the media comes out and attacks the people that they really like, that they know are not homophobes, that they know are not all the things that the media is saying about them, all they're doing is discrediting themselves to that audience in the future. And these are younger people watching this guy and, like, PewDiePie type thing. So you're just you're discrediting yourself to a whole audience of people in the future, because they're just like, well, the Atlantic are a bunch of fucking liars now, right? Like, who attacked PewDiePie? Forget, like, New York Times or something. Pretty much all of his fans now hate the New York Times. So you've kind of discredited him to people who don't even watch YouTube whatsoever and know nothing about it. We're never going to go to his channel anyways, so they're going to be like, whoa, look, there seems to be a lot of extremists on this YouTube site, and this and that. And they're trying to get this out in people's heads, so then they're more willing to censor YouTube, because like, oh, look, it's full of fucking homophobes. It's full of these Nazis. We need to impose regulations to change these things. They're just priming you for this, because this guy, PewDiePie, everybody else on YouTube are these guys' competitors, are the Atlantic's competitors. Now, even though this guy's not releasing news and stuff, he's still taking eyeballs away from what they are releasing. So, if there's all these millions of people tuning into him to watch his content, that means they're not tuning into their stuff and reading or consuming their content. So even if it's not to do with news or anything like that, they still want to shut it down, because time is finite. There's only 24 hours in a day, and if you can only spend an hour or two on entertainment, they want you to spend that hour or two watching their shit. So they're gonna come in, they're gonna find a few comments that he made to try to discredit him, but ultimately this is not going to work. It's going to backfire on them. It's going to make the Atlantic look worse. It's going to discredit them for their, like I said, the future. It's going to discredit them because of all the audience that really likes this Mr. Beast guy. So, keep doing this stuff. It's not going to work the way you think it's going to work, but like I said, the more they do this, it's just going to make them look worse in the future. But that's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.